What is going on, y'all? Travis here, back with another movie reaction. This is going to be Knives Out. Super excited to check it out. I've heard a lot about this movie, but never got the chance. So, before I jump in, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, smash the like button, and if you'd like to watch the full-length reaction with me, join me on Patreon. That link's in the description box below. So, without further ado, Knives Out. Let's go. This is kind of like a murder mystery movie. Cool music.
It's Harlan's son. Hi, Walt.
Would you mind coming to the house early? The police have a few more questions for everybody.
What?
Look at that house, though.
What the hell?
Her name's Marta. She was Granddad's nurse. She's with us.
It's okay.
Oh,
It's not okay.
13 Reasons Why, I think.
How are you doing?
Not very good. Not knowing what to do next.
Marta, anything you need. You're part of this family.
Thank you.
Yay!
Linda.
I love her. Scream Queen.
Funeral helped, I guess, seeing him.
He's not coming. Ransom. Missed the funeral.
We're ready for you now. We'd like to see you one at a time.
I'll go first. I'm assuming this will all be wrapped up before the memorial.
I'm Detective Lieutenant Elliott, and this is Trooper Wagner. We're with Linda Drysdale, Nee Thromby, and that night the family had gathered to celebrate your father's 85th birthday. Did anyone besides the family show face?
Fran, the housekeeper, Marta, Harlan's caregiver, and Juanetta, great Nana, Harlan's mom.
Mom. And your son, Ransom, did he attend as well?
Yes, but he left
Oh,
early.
was that Chris Evans? I get
Right,
Chris Evans in this
did you
movie?
say that all three of you showed up around the same time?
Richard came early to help the caterers. I built my business from the ground up.
Oh, just like your father. Two were very close.
We had our own secret way of communicating.
Harlan started out with a Rusty Smith Corona and built himself into one of the best-selling mystery writers.
Seems like all his kids are self-made overachievers.
Sure.
For the record, I'm speaking with Walt Thromby. You run your father's publishing company.
It's the family's publishing company. Dad trusts me to run.
So you guys probably arrived around the same time.
Yeah, we all got here around 8. My wife, Donna, she's my rock. My son, Jacob, he's 16, very politically active.
Boy is literally a Nazi.
He's an alt-right troll dipshit.
Jeez.
The night went well.
I mean, we're all gutted. I was happy to have that night with him.
So we're here with Joni Thromby.
Oh,
I married his son Neil.
I
We had
love
one
her.
daughter, Meg. Then Neil passed on.
You remained close to the Thrombys.
They're my family.
I love her.
I feel simultaneously freed by and supported by them. But it's also Harlan.
He's never missed wiring a tuition payment to my schools.
You left the party early.
Out to see some friends at Smith.
I think Linda was upset, but Harlan understood.
You two showed up to the party around the same time.
Who is that guy?
You mean if someone killed him? One of us killed him. One of his
No,
family
no, Walt.
killed him.
So who the fuck is that?
Yeah, who is that in
Benoit
the
Blanc.
background the whole time?
Mr. Blanc is a private investigator.
Wait a minute. I read a tweet about a New Yorker article about you.
I read a tweet
You solved
about an
that case with
article.
it. You're famous.
Oh,
Offered to consult.
Why are you here?
I'm here at the behest of a client.
what is that accent?
Harlan's nurse.
Marta? Harlan hired her to be around to take care of whatever medical needs popped up. But really, she's like part of the family. Been a good friend to Harlan.
As a self-made man myself, I have to express my admiration for how you followed in your father's footsteps. You know, the whole family, too. And Joni with her thing, and Walt with his publishing empire.
Her face.
Yes, well, he's done well with what Dad gave him. Really, Dad hands him a book twice a year, and Walt publishes it. It's just not the same.
But surely Walt runs film and television rights. And
Are you baiting me, Detective? You know he doesn't. And if you think I am dumb enough to be baited into talking family business in front of a police detective,
Walt doesn't run shit because there are no TV and film rights. Drives Walt nuts because that's where the real money is.
Walt
He'd get into it with
doesn't
Harlan.
run
did he
shit.
get into it at the party?
Come on, Dad. This
Wouldn't leave him alone, the poor guy. Harlan finally had to give him the hook. I didn't hear what he said. Walt was like a wounded pup.
What did Harlan say to you?
The Netflix guy sent something over. It's hard numbers this time. You put me in charge of our books.
They're not our books, they're my books. It's unfair of me to
He's about to fire
keep you
him.
tethered to something that isn't yours to control.
He's gonna fire him.
All these years, I've kept you from building something of your own, but you're not going to be running the publishing house anymore. You're free of it.
Dad, are you firing me?
Sounds like you're fired to me, my guy.
We talked. We had a business discussion about e-books. It was nothing. Hell, Ransom had an argument with him.
You held me for ransom?
We all love Ransom. He's a
That's
good
his
kid.
name?
We love him.
That's hot.
But he's always been the black sheep of the family. He's never had a job. And Dad always supported him. They have this bond. They fight. That night, God, they had a blowout. Couldn't make it out, really. It's strange. They went into another room.
Dog.
Usually, they like to stoke up drama.
Speaking of getting into it, you were at the house early. Did you converse with Harlan at that time?
Well, he was there. We must have spoke.
In his study?
I don't think so.
You see, I spoke with the caterer this morning. She didn't see you helping her staff. She did hear Harlan in a screaming match.
Screaming match? But Joni was here too. Maybe ask her.
These were two male voices. Harlan shouted the phrase,
You tell her or I will.
bells ringing.
I've put all of it in this letter. Tomorrow she gets it.
I'm warning you.
Deserves to know, and you're going to tell her.
The hell I am!
You tell her or I will.
Yes, I know. Yes. Harlan had finally decided to put his mom in a nursing home, and I wanted to wait until we got back to Boston to tell Linda.
He ain't buying it.
And
He ain't
Harlan
buying
wanted
your
me to tell
bullshit.
her then. Sorry, forgot.
The house?
Earlier, Richard said you were there.
I was.
To see Harlan.
Her voice.
see Harlan.
All these accents.
Yes.
What were you seeing Harlan about?
It was just a mix-up with the payment for Meg's tuition.
What kind of mix-up?
I don't know why Alan didn't mail it.
Because he
Didn't
caught
mail
a
it.
discrepancy. Alan's office has been wiring tuition directly to the school, but Phyllis's office has been wiring tuition monies directly to you. You have been double-dipping Meg's tuition, $100,000 a year. So now I am writing this
swear to God.
tuition check. This is the last money you or Meg will get from me. My mind's made up.
I mean, you should be thankful he even paid the
Just
tuition the one last
money wiring
time.
issue
Although
with
it's
the
not
office at the school, so I had
the
to
daughter's-
ask Harlan to cut a check for the
her
semester.
daughter's fault.
No big deal.
Oh,
Son of a...
See, I might be a victim of my own expectations, but when the great Benoit Blanc comes knocking at my door, I
Benoit
expect it's going to be
Blanc.
about something
Benoit
at least interesting.
Blanc.
Sorry, this is an open and shut case of suicide.
and then he talks
and,
like that.
The method? Throat slit? Typical for a suicide?
Yeah, I mean, that's dramatic. I mean, the guy practically lives in a clue board.
Harlan Thromby's nurse, Marta Cabrera. You're hired on a part-time basis,
Yes.
and you're paid flat rate for how many hours a week?
Well, I started at 15, and then he needed more help. He needed a friend.
I suspect that Harlan has told you much unfiltered truth. A little bird has told me. How shall I put this delicately? You have a regurgitative reaction to mistruthing.
Yes, something I've had since I was a kid. It's a physical thing that just the thought of lying makes me puke.
Is Richard having an affair?
Why do men instinctively pull at loose threads?
Yeah, that's
Yes or no will do.
not sure.
Oh, shit! Dear girl, I'm sorry. I assumed you was thinking figuratively. But I was obviously right.
Legit
Richard is having an affair.
throws
His
up
father-in-law
when
found
she
out and
lies.
confronted him. You tell
That's
her, or I will.
amazing.
Okay, but even if that were the case, you all right?
Then there is Joni.
No, Harlan was supporting her and her daughter.
And if that support was threatened, was Harlan planning on cutting off Joni's allowance?
No, don't answer that if you're going to puke again,
Meg
please.
said he paid the school directly. Joni said he sent the money to her. Both were true. She was pocketing the double payment. Harlan found out and cut her off.
So she bumps him off? Oh, have you seen her Insta? She's an influencer.
But she lied to me. All three of them did.
Great.
Walter.
Ah.
Harlan had turned Walter down before regarding film rights, but that night something Harlan said shook him. Harlan was cleaning house. Did he plan to fire Walter?
Can I just wait inside? I feel like I shouldn't be
Yeah,
here.
please, just wait inside.
You have been very patient, my friend. And yes, you are right. None of these weak alibis answer your question. Why is Benoit Blanc here? Well, now I will tell you why. I'm here because this morning someone dodged a very important question.
Who?
Me.
Who hired you?
I do not know. An envelope of cash showed up at my apartment yesterday with a news clipping of Thromby's death.
That worked.
An envelope of cash. Somebody suspects foul play. It makes no damn sense. Compels me, though. Walk me through everyone's whereabouts.
Well, we know that the party ended around 11:30. Marta took Harlan upstairs to give him his meds. Stairs leading up to Harlan's bedroom in his attic office creak horribly. Linda is a light sleeper, so we know every time someone took the stairs that night. First was when Joni heard a ka-thunk. She goes up to investigate, waking Linda.
Hi, Joni.
He explained that they had just knocked over the go board. They play it every night. He was fine. Go to bed.
Love you.
So she did. 10 minutes later, Linda is awoken a second time by Marta leaving. Walt was smoking a cigar on the porch with his son. He saw her leave.
She did
Noted
it.
the time, midnight.
She killed him.
15 minutes later, Linda is awoken for the third and final time by someone coming down the stairs. Came down for a midnight snack,
Dad, go back to bed.
which Walt tried to discourage. As Walt was finishing his cigar at about 12:30, Meg came home. He went straight to bed. Walt and Jacob turned in shortly after that. Now, sometime later that night, possibly near 3 a.m., Meg woke up because the dogs were barking. That's it. Now, everyone's stories matched, every moment accounted for.
And there is no other staircase up to Harlan's room?
None. It's the creaky one.
We know that Ransom didn't do it because he wasn't there. Marta couldn't have. Harlan was still alive when she left.
Yeah.
Meg came home during the window
Look,
of the time of death,
except
right?
it was a suicide. We saw from the blood spat patterns that they were uninterrupted.
Everyone can lie. Well, almost everyone. Miss Cabrera, we kept you waiting all afternoon because I wanted to hear from you. I needed an entire picture of the evening in my head, so please, take your time. You took Mr. Thrombey upstairs at 11:30 and left at midnight. Tell us what happened in that half hour.
Get up
I had
here!
a glass of champagne. Can you just take your goddamn medicine and go to bed?
If you're going to put that vile shit in me, you'll have to earn it.
Fine. Okay, let's do this 9 by 9.
You know how this is gonna end. What is that?
Why can't I beat you at this game?
Because I'm not playing to beat you. I'm playing to build a beautiful pattern.
My only hope is that an earthquake will strike. But what are the chances? Uh-oh. Hello. Get under a door frame. Yeah!
Such a bad loser you are. I'm done with you.
Oh, that's fair.
I know you weren't looking forward to it.
No, but I did it. I cut the line on all 4 of them. Wasn't easy.
I think she killed him on
You
accident.
know,
She mixed
without
something
knowing,
up.
or maybe to keep them beneath.
She mixed something up when the stuff dropped on the
Should
ground.
encouraged Walt to write his own stories and then be a father, not just a provider for Joni. And then I could have been kinder to Linda.
Or that's what they
Ransom.
want me to think.
Ransom. So much of me and that kid until you can't tell the difference between a stage prop and a real knife.
You had a long day. You wanted to drugs?
You mean the good stuff?
Just a tiny bit, okay?
This stuff is the best.
Oh my God.
Is there a problem?
This is what I just give you. I messed up.
You gave me 100 milligrams of the good stuff.
Let's not call it that right now, okay?
So what happens?
I'm gonna give you an emergency shot of naloxone so you don't die in 10 minutes.
From the moment of injection. It's 8-ish now, and even if the victim called for an ambulance when he first felt the symptoms, the ambulance would take at least 15 minutes if the victim didn't have the emergency Naxos stuff.
I'm gonna find it. I have it because it comes with the kid. He's not here, Harlan. I don't know why he's not here. So I'm gonna use the phone, okay? To call an ambulance. What are you doing?
Marta, listen to me.
I need to call
Stop
the
it,
ambulance.
stop. No time. You have to listen.
What are you doing? Harlan, we have to call the ambulance.
Listen
We don't
to
have
me.
time.
Listen
What's
to me.
going on?
If what you said is true, I'm gone. There's no saving me. We have 6 minutes. We have got to get you out of this. Get behind me. Get behind me. Don't make a noise.
Everything all right?
Joni.
I thought I heard something. Is everything okay?
No, we're fine. We're fine.
This is crazy.
Pay attention. Your mom is still undocumented. If this is your fault, she'll be found out and at best deported. We're not going to let that happen, are we? But you have to do exactly what I tell you.
What do you want me to do?
Go downstairs as noisily as you can and say goodbye loudly. Call attention to the time, if you can. Drive out the gate. Then, to avoid the security cameras, pull off the road before the carved elephant.
Wait, was it before or after?
Park and come back on foot up to the house. Take the side yard path through the little gate. The dogs will know you. They shouldn't bark. You've got to get up to the 3rd floor without being seen. And the only way is to climb the side trellis and come in through the trick hall window. Once you're inside, get my robe and cap from my bedroom and put them on. Need to make this so airtight that the average cop will entirely dismiss you as a suspect. Walter's smoking outside and he'll see you through the glazed window.
Dad, back to bed.
You were seen leaving. 20 minutes later, I'm seen alive and well. You've gone from suspect number 1 to an impossibility. Leave the way you came.
Oh, shit.
Ransom, are you back again already?
Drive home. Sometime in the next few days, the police will question you.
No, I can't lie. You know I can't lie. I'll puke.
Tell fragments of the truth in this exact order.
I took him upstairs. We played our nightly game of Go. At some point, he knocked the board over. Joni came up to check on us. I gave him pain medication. He pulled his shoulder last week. I left him in his study. At midnight, I said goodbye to Walt, went home.
What kind of medication did you give him?
Since his injury, I've been giving him 100 milligram IV push of Toradol. It's a non-narcotic analgesic. And to help him sleep, 3 milligrams of morphine.
And the family was aware of this?
Yes, of course.
Did you notice anything off about his demeanor?
But wouldn't they just be able to run like toxicology and see
Sounds about right.
what was in him?
Thank you, Miss Cabrera.
Are you goddamn insane? I'm warning you.
Yeah, what's going on with him?
That's what I asked her. I'm like, Tanya, what is wrong with people? Literally. Oh my God, Marta, what? Marta, what's the matter?
Breathe.
Oh my gosh.
Marta, are you okay? Hey, friend, do you still have your stash?
Very, very sorry.
Stop,
Steve.
you're sorry.
Just everything. No, thank you. That's where Frank keeps her stuff.
Walt, did you tell Marta yet what we all talked about?
No, not yet. Is now a good time? Marta, we've been talking it over. The whole family. We'd like to take care of you.
What does that mean?
We all think that you deserve something.
Financially, we'd like to help you out. You were never anything but good to Dad.
You still here? Did you know Harlan?
You knew my father. My father respected Harlan.
Is that why you're here?
Here now? Here? No. I stayed hoping to speak to you a little more. Something is afoot with this whole affair. I know it. I believe you know it, too.
So you're gonna keep digging?
Harlan's detectives, they dig. I anticipate. I observe the fact without biases of the head or heart. I determine the ark's path, stroll leisurely to its terminus. Truth falls at my feet. The medical examiner was ready to rule this a suicide. Agreed to keep it pending for 48 hours. Tomorrow morning, begin my investigation. I want you to be by my side.
Why me?
I trust your kind heart. Also, you're the only one who had nothing to gain from Harlan's death.
If you want my insight into the family, none of them are murderers.
And yet, be it cruel or comforting, this machine unerringly arrives at the truth.
Always? Harlan, I have to get you help.
Do as I say, everything will be just fine. I promise.
Oh, shit. So he did do that himself? No one heard any of this other stuff going on?
That's a video there. Normally I erase them, but in this case I thought I'd just save it. Now that's a live feed.
Pull off the road after the carved elephant.
There's 8 hours in that tape.
How can we scan forward?
Hold the play button down and press FF.
What happened?
You got to keep holding it down or else it'll eject.
You think your guys can digitize it?
I got it.
It's beautiful out here. But do you really think someone broke into the house and murdered Harlan?
Oh, it is unlikely. But if they did, there will be traces.
I can hang on to that.
Yeah.
Hey, Wagner, you got any luck on...
Ransom?
Yeah.
No.
Say it.
You just keep running into problems here.
Mud.
No, stay there. What? We got footprints. Marta, stop.
What? What?
Stay there, Marta. No,
Can I hear?
no.
If you, did
All
you
right,
call me?
all right. Wagner, we're going to need to call the boys, have them come down here, take a look at all these tracks.
Best judge of character is a dog. Found that to be true.
Yeah, well, they've got plans to read the will at around 10. Whole family will be here soon.
So what are we looking for?
Oh, you'll know it when you see it. Sweet beans. Well, good morning, Mrs. Thrombey.
Creepy.
Think you could handle a study?
Where's your medical bag?
I don't know. I left it here. I always leave it here.
They must have taken it in as evidence.
How'd the go board get knocked over?
We were just goofing around.
Oh, let me guess.
Hugh Drysdale?
Call me Ransom. It's my middle name. Only the help calls me Hugh.
This is Trooper Wagner. I'm Lieutenant Elliott. Just want to ask a few questions.
Excuse me, sir. We're officers of the law. You gonna run me in? I don't feel like talking.
How's the SJW degree coming?
Trust fund prick.
All right.
Hey, everyone, be ready in 10 minutes.
Funny, Ransom, you skipped the funeral, but you're early for the will reading. You know what? It's funny you're here at all. Why are you even bothering? That's what I'm asking.
What's that supposed to mean?
He knows what it's supposed to mean. Jacob was in that bathroom the night of the party.
You were in the bathroom next to Harlan's office where he had the fight with Ransom. Now you heard something. Spill it.
I just heard two things. My will, and then there was more yelling. And then I heard Ransom say, I'm warning you.
Ransom? What's that mean?
I think it means our father can cut this rat out of his will. So I guess you're gonna have to sell the Beamer. Because if you think that after all the bridges you burned, that any of us are gonna support you.
Son.
Father.
Did Harlan tell you he was going to cut you out of the will?
Yep.
Well, then he's done what none of us were strong enough to do. Maybe this might finally make you grow up.
I'm warning. Ransom said I'm warning you.
You want this?
What do we have here?
Oh.
This looks like a relatively fresh break. Yep, right there. Wait a minute. Well, that doesn't make sense. Where's that window?
Show me, but stay off the carpet.
It's the trick window.
Pieces of dried mud. I suspect they go the length of the hallway.
Footprints?
Yeah, depending on when this thing was last cleaned, this could have happened at any time.
No, that would not explain this. Analyze that mud. It will match these traces. Find similar samples leading up the trellis on the outside of the house. On the night of the party, somebody who did not want to be heard climbing those steps went to a great deal of trouble to break into Harlan Thrombey's room.
You about to get caught, girl. You about to get caught.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to request that you all stay in town until the investigation is completed.
But I'm going to have to make that an order.
Can we ask why? Has something changed?
No.
The other reason I thought this gathering would be beneficial is because Harlan altered his will a week before he died. If anyone is confused about anything, we're all together, we can talk. Although I don't imagine any of it is going to be that complicated. Harlan's assets included the house, $60 million, sole ownership of Blood Like Wine, his publishing company. He also wrote up a statement. He wanted that read first. Some of you may be surprised by the choice I've made here. It's for the best, Dad. Well, yeah, not too complex at all. This will be quick. I, Harlan Thrombey, hereby direct all my assets I leave in their entirety to Marta Cabrera.
No, that's not the... Can I see that, please, Alan?
This can't be legal.
It's right.
Alan, you can take this piece of paper and shove it. Richard, we need to talk. We need to fight this thing. We're not going anywhere. I said get out. We are the Thrombeys, goddammit. This is still our house.
Likewise, the house at 2 Dearborn Drive and all belongings therein I leave to Marta Cabrera.
You little... Did you know about this? Were you in on this from the beginning? Were you boinking my father?
I think everybody just needs to cool their jets. And in the meantime, I'd maybe run.
I don't know what's happening. You guys, I'm also confused.
DM. I think this could be the best thing to happen to all of you.
What does he mean by that?
He was going to give her everything, and then she accidentally killed him and is now going to look like it was on purpose.
This is a nightmare.
Mm-hmm. There's got to be a bigger reason why.
Well, how about it had to do more with you guys than with me?
Yeah, it's the only thing that makes sense.
Did he tell you anything?
Only that I wasn't getting the scent. After I left the party, though, I was driving nowhere, just in the night, and I had this clarity. Like from here on out, I was going to have to fend for myself. I know 3 things. 1, I know he didn't commit suicide.
What makes you think that?
I don't think it. I know it. Because I knew my granddad. Maybe you and I were the only 2 who knew him, so you're not going to bullshit me on this. Because 2, I know lying makes you puke.
She seems so guilty, so why?
And 3, I know you just ate a full plate of baked beans and sausage. So look me in the eye and tell me what happened to my grandfather.
Oh my God.
Tell me everything.
If Harlan was of sound mind when he made the changes, you not liking what he did does not speak to testamentary capacity.
What about undue influence?
Did you just Google that? Your Honor, she endeared herself to him through hard work and good humor.
What about the Slayer rule?
The Slayer rule obviously doesn't apply.
I said just Google that.
It's if someone is convicted of killing the person, they don't get their inheritance.
But Harlan committed suicide.
So somebody is setting her up.
Detective Blank, you said the investigation is ongoing. Do you suspect foul play?
Somebody is setting her up so that she gets convicted and she doesn't get the
I suspect foul play.
Because they knew about it.
I have eliminated no suspect.
I know. Just saying it sounds insane. And I think Blank's been on to me from the start. I don't care if I go to jail. But my mom? My sister?
I always thought I was the only one that could beat him at go. I always thought that meant something. That night of the party, my last conversation with him, my last argument, that's what he told me about you. That you beat him and go more than I do. I think I get it now. I'm not gonna tell my family shit. You're not gonna go to jail. That detective's not gonna catch you, and you're not gonna give up the money.
He's setting her up.
What's going on? This isn't you.
Because fuck my family.
He's in on. He's
I can help you
setting
get
her
away
up.
with this. And then, you're gonna give me my cut of the inheritance. Deal? Did Blanc find anything suspicious at the house?
Yes, he found Matt upstairs, where I broke in through the window.
Identifiable prints?
This is not going anywhere near where I thought this movie was gonna go.
Good. You lay low for a couple days, wait for this investigation to blow over, and it
Like
will.
we found out how he died within the first like half hour.
Are we rich? Maybe. At least I don't know.
Oh my God, Martha, what is all this? Wait, so is that true? Are we rich?
We? I mean, she is. Might throw you a couple bucks or something, but damn.
Good morning,
Just kidding.
Mrs. Thrombey. Why is grief the provenance of youth? I don't know.
And she was looking out the window and said ransom, but she was like, I feel like maybe she saw him in the reflection. He took away the grandpa's saving medicine out of her bag or something. I don't know. I think he's involved.
I think you have something you want to tell me. I think you're very perceptive and very capable of telling me what you saw, but I'll happily wait.
Walt?
How you doing?
Walt, I want you to know that I didn't know about any of this.
We all kind of went a little crazy yesterday.
Understandable.
Marta, is it your intention to renounce the inheritance?
This is what Harlan wanted.
Why would anybody do that?
Yeah, but Harlan put you in a very hard position here. I mean, you see the kind of press and scrutiny that this kicks up. And
it was his
with your
money.
mother.
It was his.
What did Meg tell you?
We don't want to attack you, Marta. If your mother came into the country illegally and you come into this inheritance, you're afraid that could come to light. We can protect you.
So you're saying that even if it came to light, with the family's resources, you could help me fix it?
Yeah, with the right lawyers, you know?
Okay, good. Because Harlan gave me all your resources. So that means with my resources, I'll be able to fix it.
He's the one that said it. Damn it.
I don't know. What's this?
It's my medical bag tag. They have my medical bag for some reason.
Okay, but this is a photocopy of just the header of a blood toxicology on Harlan. Marta, this is going to show the morphine.
So I'm screwed.
But what kind of blackmail scheme is this? I mean, the actual evidence is sitting up the street at the crime lab. There's no demands, there's no meeting place. What's the point in sending you this?
It's him. Someone burned down the medical examiner building? What?
5 a.m. Now, this thing went up really quick. Records, anything of that nature, it's all gone. The surveillance tape at the Thrombey estate was all scrambled for some reason.
What's still pending from the autopsy?
Just a report on the blood work.
Couldn't they just do another autopsy?
I mean, who would blow up a whole real building just to blackmail me?
Marta, this means the black. You know what this means, right? If you destroy that copy, you're totally in the clear.
We gotta go! We gotta go!
You regret helping me yet?
I regret not taking the Beamer. This is going well.
I'm pulling over.
If you miss your chance to get this tox report, it's all over. Whoa! Why are you stopping in the middle of the road?
Hold on.
Nice thing about having a little tiny car. Just get in and out of shit
right
real
now.
quick.
I feel like I swallowed bees. Couldn't do this without you.
Oh, dang it.
Get out. That was the dumbest car chase of all time. Put your hands down.
I spoke to Winetta Thrombey, great Nana. Out of the party, she saw someone climbing the trellis to the 3rd floor.
Mr. Drysdale, pat him down. Check him out.
What's going on?
Ransom came back, she said. I don't know what he came back to do, but we'll find out.
Blunt, coming with us?
I'll drive with Marta. I want a full rundown on everything he said to you. I'll catch you up on where we're at. Feel the noose tied to desperate motives.
Do you mind if I stop for a second? I need to pick something up.
Sure.
So who's gonna be there? Who's gonna be the
It'll be
one
just a few
to
minutes.
greet her?
Hello?
Creepy. The door's just open. Her medical bag. Ooh.
Listen, I don't know what you want. Whatever it is, we can work it out. But we have to figure it out right here and right now. And I'm leaving with that report.
Who is it? Oh, it's somebody else. It's somebody in the family with a note.
Friend?
She's dead?
No. Friend? Can you hear me? Yes, it's me. It's Marta. Well, I'm gonna call an ambulance now. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine, okay? What?
Josh, you did this. Don't get away with this.
What the f? I'm lost.
All right, my friend. Thank you for the update. There's no need for that. I'll bring her in once we get wood. It's still touch and go.
Listen, this is over. People are getting hurt, so I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Young Ransom just told Lieutenant Elliot everything.
Did he tell you the real truth about me switching the
Yeah.
and the disguise with
Yes.
and the whole blackmailing? Why did Fran take my morphine? I have to tell the Thrombys myself.
Well, I don't think that's a good
No,
idea.
I have to do it. I gave the doctors my number, so they'll call if anything changes with.
We'll round up the Thrombys at the house, along with a police escort. You can tell me your whole story on the drive over. I don't want any more surprises.
Fran said it was stashed copy. Then she said, "You did this. You won't get away with it." I called the ambulance. That's it.
I'm so sorry I told them about your mom.
It's all right. I'm sorry.
God, I am so raiding Fran's stash after this.
I know
Check
what the
the
tox
stash.
report is. She basically told me where it was.
Anyways, this will tie everything up. You've always been good to me. What I'm about to say isn't gonna be easy and you're gonna be upset.
Excuse me! Good to her. You have all treated her like shit. You're a pack of vultures at the feast. Knives out, beaks bloody. You're not getting bailed out. Miss Cabrera has decided not to renounce the inheritance. Furthermore, it will be my professional recommendation that the manner of death in the case of Harlan Thrombey is ruled as suicide. Thank you all for coming. Goodbye.
That's certainly not what I was expecting.
Are you gonna tell me what the hell is going on?
Yes.
I just wanna come clean, okay? It's over.
Almost. Keep the family out of this room and stand by with your additional officer. I was hired. Would someone hire me?
Someone fishing for a crime to reverse the will.
It was hired before the sealed will was read. The person must have known the contents of the will. That same person must have known a crime was committed. They must have known that Marta was responsible. Someone who knew what Marta did wanted to expose it, but could not reveal how they knew.
Friend.
Yeah, but Fran wanted money. Ergo, he did not want the crime exposed.
Well, that someone in the family had observed Marta doing something suspicious.
But they would have had no reason not to speak up. But there is at least one truly guilty party behind it all.
Marta, I'm so sorry. I told them everything.
It's alright, Ransom.
Not exactly everything.
This about what Grey Nana told you? She saw me that night. She mistook me for Ransom.
We'll get to that. Mr. Hugh Ransom Drysdale, you might tell us all why you hired me.
It was him.
You're right. Let's back it up to the night of the party. Your argument. What were the overheard words by the Nazi child? My will. I'm yours. Harlan told you everything.
You can't be serious. Not a red dime to a single one of them. You included.
Remind me what Ransom said his conversation with Harlan ended with.
Harlan told him that I could beat him at Go.
And I asked myself, how would the topic of the will have steered around to Marta? There is one obvious explanation.
I'm giving it to Marta. All of it.
You're a Brazilian nurse. Are you goddamn insane?
Made the change to my will. It's done.
I'm warning. So you storm out. You drive off into the night. You tell Marta later, what was it? Feeling an overwhelming sense of
clarity that he had to make do for himself from here on out.
Plan forms. You return, careful to avoid the gate security camera ring, then on foot up towards the house. You sneak in, up the trailer. What you need to do will take moments, but it is essential that you are alone. You knew what medications Harlan took. You knew what Marta would be injecting him with that night.
Yes.
You knew Marta was responsible for his death, even unintentionally. The Slayer rule would nullify the change will. You used the syringes in the kit to switch the liquids and the 2 medication vials. As a final precaution, you took the naloxone.
No, that's impossible.
Hand me that vial of morphine. Show you.
If he did that, if the meds were switched, then when I got them mixed up, I accidentally switched them back, so I gave Harlan
the correct dosage, yes, but not accidentally. I taped over the label of these 2 vials. The vials themselves are identical. How'd you know this was the morphine?
I just knew.
You knew because you'd done it 100 times. You gave him the correct medication because you are a good nurse. Harlan was perfectly fine.
Shut
Blood was normal.
up.
The cause of death was suicide, and you are guilty of nothing but some damage to the trellis and a few amateur theatrics. In fact, if Harlan had listened to you and called the ambulance, you would be alive today.
Oh my God.
Not
He
yet.
slit his own throat.
Marta, when Great Nana spotted you climbing down the trellis, she said, "Are you back again already?" Because earlier that night,
Ransom, you're back. This is stupid with 2 O's. You don't have a shred of evidence. You're just spinning a fairy tale.
not a shred, no. Just as we have no real proof of Marta mixing up the vials, so it's your word.
You have her confession.
Yeah, we do have that. Much later that night, you'd have to come back to retrieve the incriminating vials. This time, the dogs were outside. They barked, waking Meg. You'd get the vials tomorrow, but tomorrow brings news. A slit throat and a suicide. Now, the circumstances are perfect with the anonymous hiring of me. You know a crime has been committed by Miss Cabrera. You need her to be caught for it. Enter Benoit Blanc. The body is discovered early the next morning. Everyone swarms in, and there is no possible way you can get to Marta's medical bag. You must wait for your moment. And you know the house will be empty. That is why you missed the funeral. There is no one home to wonder why you're going into Harlan's study. Or so you think.
Oh.
Poor Fran. She witnessed you tampering with Harlan's medication, and she knew you were up to no good. So the poor girl decides to test her theory. She gets a copy of the toxicology report, makes her blackmail note. And when Mr. Drysdale gets it, what is his reaction? Elation. He goes to the will reading in high spirits, ready to see the family tear itself apart. All undone when the tox report comes to light. Marta's confession. He now realizes that Marta has committed no crime. Change will is gonna stand. He has lost. Unless you decide you're not gonna give up the money. You come this far. Once.
Why is Chris Evans so attractive?
In for a penny, in for a pound. Step 1, destroy all evidence of Marta's innocence. Step 2, send her the anonymous email with the late morning rendezvous time and deliver her the blackmail note. Step 3, keep your appointment with Fran.
I knew you were a no-good son of a bitch. Now you're gonna pay for it. Don't come near me. I'm warning you.
See, now the board is set. Marta will get the blackmail note. You'll guide her to the rendezvous. Make the anonymous call to the police. They will catch you there. Marta will get arrested.
She said, you did this.
You
did this. Because you made the help call you Hugh.
Would have worked. We hadn't have brought you in for questioning. Fran had not stashed a safety copy of Marta, had not outplayed you once again.
Damn.
Saved Fran's life. Though it meant her losing the inheritance and going to jail, she saved Fran's life.
Fran's still alive?
Oh, yes. Who will confirm this very story?
Yes, doctor, that's great news. She's okay. She's ready to talk.
If you could keep Mr. Drysdale in custody while Lieutenant Elliot, Miss Cabrera, and myself, we go to the hospital and take Fran's statement.
I'm going to say this just to you. No cameras, no courtroom, just you. We allowed you into our home. We let you watch our granddad. We welcomed you. And now you think you can steal it from us? You think I'm not going to fight to protect my home? Our ancestral family home?
Harlan, he bought this place in the 80s.
Shut up! Shut up! I killed Fran, but I guess I didn't. So what do you have on me? Nothing. What, attempted murder? And a few other charges. With a good lawyer, I'll be out in no time. Oh, Lord. What the That means she's lying!
Fran's dead. And you just confessed to her murder.
Oh, shit! Ew, the vomit, though. Ew, 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 ew. Ew, ew, ew,
Well,
ew, ew.
In for a penny.
It's retractable. What an asshole. Oh my god.
Shit.
He mentioned the retractable knife earlier in the movie. Damn. Oh.
When did you know I had something to do with Harlan's death?
Oh, shit.
From the first moment you set foot in front of me, I want you to remember something that's very important. You're a good person.
His family. I should help them, right?
Well, I have my opinion, but I have a feeling you'll follow your heart.
I mean, I wouldn't help all of them. Hell no. Some of them, though. The daughter, Meg, the granddaughter, I'd help her. My house, my rules, my coffee. I loved that. That was so interesting. So many twists. Once you think you had it figured out, once I thought I had it figured out, nope. And then it went back to like what I initially thought, but obviously more details. I loved that. What an amazing cast too. Like that casting, the characters, that was awesome. I think there's a second one coming out soon, or it did come out. I don't know. Maybe y'all can confirm for me. Let me know what you thought of this movie and of my reaction. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and if you want to watch the entire movie with me, come join me on Patreon. That link's in the description box, and I'll see y'all on the next one.